Hey guys, so my friend Erin asked how we do laundry. And it's actually a perfect question for right now because it doesn't happen very often, but my 4-year-old, actually it never really happens at all, but my 4-year-old has run out of underwear somehow. I don't know if they've just disappeared or if I've just miscalculated my laundry altogether. But usually we do laundry every 5 days. How we do laundry depends on which park we're in. Most of the parks we go to have very good laundry facilities. The one here is fine, but this park is divided by a little minor highway. Very, very, very busy intersection. I don't want to have to go back and forth to the laundromat. Okay, we can go now. Actually, this is our last night here. We only spend 7 days here, and we're going back to another park that we were at prior to this one, and we will be able to do the laundry there. To make it until tomorrow, I'm actually going to use a little laundry machine that I have. Originally, we had it to wash the little ones' diapers. When we first started full-time, they were still in cloth diapers, and I didn't want to put the cloth diapers in public facilities because, ew, it's a little bit big and bulky, but we've worked out a system on how to keep it out of our way, and I'll show you where we put it when we travel.
I finished all my oatmeal.
After we go swimming, we can put the wet bathing suits into the spinner portion, and it just brings all the water out of them, and they dry so much quicker. So I actually keep it for that. If something comes up, if something gets just particularly dirty, as things do with 4-year-olds and teens, and let's face it, me too, I can use that kind of for an emergency washing. It's a great little time and money saver since we pay for laundry. Usually I do it outside, but I think I'm going to experiment and see if I can do it inside today. Let's get that laundry done. Okay, so it's kind of a mess right now, but this is where we keep our washing machine when we are parked. So we've got this table that we use to cook on, and I just found that it's a really convenient spot to keep our little portable washing machine underneath. And there's an outlet that we can plug it in, and so when we come back from swimming, we just plop the things in the little spinner portion that the kids have apparently stuck a stick into. We pop the bathing suits into the little spinner portion, and we're able to just drain the water right out onto the ground there, and it's a perfect little setup. So I'm going to take this and see if I can set it up inside, because the mosquitoes out here are awful. This is how desperate I am to avoid mosquitoes. I have gathered the few little panties and underwear that I'm going to wash. Okay, so normally I would not wash something that tiny in this washing machine. I would obviously just wash them in the sink for the purpose of demonstration, and since we so seldom use this machine, I'm going to go ahead and wash those tiny little bits of underwear in the machine. Seriously, this is ridiculous to be washing this so little in here, but whatever. First thing, I always make sure, actually I don't always make sure, so I make sure that I have turned off the drain. It says drain, so I turn that off, because if you don't, everything you put in there goes right out the tube. So I'm just going to turn that to normal. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put it on soft, because this isn't the most stable base, so I don't want it to go too wild. This is the water inlet where I would attach this hose normally. This is for the washer side. This is for the spinner side, so it can rinse as it spins. But I am just going to go ahead and put the water right in there. There is a fill line in there somewhere. I'm not going to put much water in here. Okay. I'm going to just see how this goes. It's a little timer here you turn and it sets the wash time. 3 minutes to 15 minutes. It shouldn't take too long for this, so I'll probably just do it for, I don't know, some time. And as you can see, it just spins them this way and that way. Obviously a lot more effective if there's more clothes in there. And this is on the soft setting, so it does a really good agitation. Okay, so since I'm dealing with water and electricity, I made sure that the cord is up and out of where I'm going to drain it. It is finished washing, so I've placed the drain in to the shower outlet there. Switch this to the drain. Here it goes. So normally what I would do is attach the hose to this outlet, but I can't, or can I? Oh wait, maybe I can. Oh my gosh. I'm going to take that off of there. So then I'm going to kind of brace this with my body, because when it starts out, it's a little jiggly. So I'm going to go ahead and start spinning it a little bit first. Or super jiggly. All right, I'm going to rebalance. Maybe there's not enough in it, but we're going to rebalance everything and try it again. It's not the most stable surface, but we can make it work. I'm going to just brace it with my knee. Just hold it down. I'ma hold it down. Okay, so let's see. First I'm going to try again. Let's do it again. Ready? Ah, there we go. Oh my gosh. So, place a sponge in there. Look at that. A little better. There we go. Look at that. See? Okay, so we're letting it spin. Drain out the soapy water there. There's not much because it's a couple of pairs of underwear. And then I will turn this on. Now it has finished spinning. I mean, you can hear the crinkling. So wrung out. I didn't show the machine very well. This is just a machine that I bought off of Amazon. I think it was just over $100. I mean, obviously it's been well used. We've had it since we launched, but it has held up well. A lot of our viewers use these. It's just such a simple machine. This one happens to be Costway, but there's just tons of the same machines available. I would like to have a machine that just spins. I would get rid of this big bulky one because really just the spinning function that I want. So maybe if somebody knows of a much smaller and as effective spin dryer, you could comment and let us know. That would be fantastic. Okay, so set up the dehumidifier. They will be dry in no time. Now I'm going to attempt to dodge mosquitoes and show you guys how I set this up when I set it up outside. I went ahead and sprayed myself with bug spray because I don't need to be dodging all the mosquitoes. All right, so I just wanted to set this up and show everybody how I do this whenever I am outside. Hello! So this rig has an outdoor shower, which is nice because the vintage Airstream didn't have that. So if I can find which key opens this, to open it, and I got it right, yay. This is what I connect the end of my tube to, this one that I connected to the shower, so I can connect these together, which I'm not going to do now because I'm not really going to do it, but this is where I set up. I have the machine I can set right outside here. I've got my water, which I can control hot and cold to get the temperature the way I want it. And then I have usually the power pedestal is a little closer, but it's all the way over there this time. But usually it's right about here. So I can run my extension cord, and there's usually a regular household receptacle on there that I can connect right to. Then I can also, as an added convenience, I can put this little part right down into the sewer, which is in this case over here. But again, usually it's more right about here where my tank outlet is. So I can put it right down in there, and when I flip it to drain, which we'll see if there's any more in there, it'll go right into the sewer instead of putting all the washing water out onto the ground. So I always try to remember to put that back there so I don't make a mistake and leave it out. This is just a really convenient way to get my washing done outside, enjoy the sounds of nature.